Alright, so the Apple announcement was huge. There was a lot revealed that we didn't even expect. The wait is finally over. We now know about the new A12 Bionic Apple-made chip. Apple will be using a new 6-core CPU and a neural engine that is capable of performing 5 trillion operations per second. Apple is about to release its 2 billionth iOS device, which is remarkable in just 10 years.
Hell yeah it is. There are huge updates on the Face ID, the OLED display and the water resistance rating. Apple might have just announced something big with the IP rating.
Also, there was a new phone announced that I didn't even know about. I'm always super excited about the new iPhone announcements, and I still remember the first ever announcement by Steve Jobs, the man himself.
The guy.
These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone.
So from the first iPhone ever announced back in 2007 to now the iPhone XS Max, this is everything you need to know about the iPhone. So today we have Jack helping us out with this video.
What's going on, guys? And what a pleasure to be back here on Most Amazing Top 10, my favourite channel on YouTube, the whole of YouTube, may I add. I've had the honour of taking up the mantle with Danny and Rebecca, and now we've got the main guy himself, Landon. Cheers for squeezing me in, buddy.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see more of this face, if you want to see more of Jack, you guys can check him out over there. It's top 5 scary videos. So this guy's doing half the work we are over here, but everything is scary and I think you guys will enjoy it.
But it's twice as scary.
But it's twice as scary, so go check it out.
Kicking us off at number 10, we've got the hottest topic, the actual name of the new iPhone. What do we even call them? We've had like a billion different versions, 3, 4, 5, 10. 10R, Max, XS, there's a lot going on. Well, with the iPhone's newest reveal, we very clearly got its brand new name, and it's a bit of a mouthful. The iPhone XS and XS Max. Not only that, we've also got the XR, which is notably cued to be Apple's budget version of the phone. What I'm super curious about is how they're planning to ever curtail this whole rising name thing. I understand 10 is probably the cutoff point, and really, this should have been the iPhone 11, right? Are we ever going to see the day where we've got an iPhone 22 or an iPhone XX, R2, L2, left, right, up, down? Because I'd definitely buy that.
So yeah, make sure you guys are calling these phones the new iPhone XS and not the iPhone XS. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, next up, number 9, let's talk about the upgraded waterproof rating. The iPhone XS and the iPhone XS Max will have an IP rating of IP68, which is an upgrade from the IP67 rating, which means the iPhone has a water resistance up to 2 meters deep for several minutes. The phone has also been tested in many liquids such as orange juice, tea, wine, and beer. They have been pretty busy at Apple. I'm sure when the new iPhone officially comes out, everyone is going to be doing water stress tests.
I believe what's gonna happen tomorrow. Yeah, if it's still gonna be alive. I done crazy stuff today. Yeah, maybe too crazy for the iPhone.
Next up at number 8, the biggest ever screen for an Apple phone. Yep, you heard that correctly, things can only get bigger. If you ever enjoyed the thought of carrying a widescreen TV in your pocket, then make sure to get yourself a XS Max, because essentially, that's exactly what it is. This thing is freaking huge. The Max's screen comes in at 6.5 inches, which is even bigger than the latest model of Samsung's famously large Galaxy Note line, so Apple have really thrown down the gauntlet in terms of widescreen viewing power. Reportedly, the Max is much superior to the previous plus-size versions of the iPhone, and while the Plus always felt a little bit ungainly, the Max is much more ergonomically subtle and much easier to handle in your palm. It's important to note that both the XS and the XS Max are completely identical aside from their screen size, so you're not obliged to carry around the equivalent of an iPad just so you can get those superior specs. Coming in at number 7, more battery life. Sticking on theme in terms of bigger and better, the battery life for the XS and XS Max is absolutely huge, and Apple aren't pulling any punches when it comes to delivering on the mammoth size of these devices, especially in the battery department. Although Apple haven't actually released any information yet on what's actually under the hood, they have clearly stated that the XS will last 30 minutes longer than the iPhone X. Reportedly, both the XS Max and the XR will last 90 minutes longer than the iPhone X and 8 Plus respectively. Whew. A lot of battery information there. It's pretty important that Apple hit the mark in this department, as battery life and firmware shenanigans have been a huge issue with iPhone users for quite some years. In this case, they're focusing on making their apps run much more efficiently on the iPhone to save on juice. Yeah, personally, I'm not overly impressed with the whole thing, but in all fairness, Apple are yet to reveal the actual technicalities, so put a pin in this one.
Alright, let's talk about a touchy subject. Let's talk about the price, and this is at number 6. Price is usually the most important thing about these iPhones because, well, what is the point in even knowing the new iPhone features if you can't even afford it? The iPhone XR, the cheaper version of the iPhone, will start at $749, and it will have a 64, 128, and 256GB version. It's the only iPhone that will have the available 128GB version. The other phone skips that and goes on to the 256GB versions, and the other phones even have a bigger capacity at 512GB. The iPhone XS will start at $999, and the iPhone XS Max will start at $1,099. And all of these prices are in USD, which means for Canada, this is really expensive. The 512GB versions of the Max will start at $1,449, which is a quite expensive phone. Pretty sure it's the most expensive iPhone to date. With taxes, you're paying almost $2,000. That's a huge commitment. Because of the new release of the iPhones, the previous generation iPhone prices are going to be dropping. The iPhone 7 will start at $449, the iPhone 8 will be at $599.
Swinging in at number 5, everyone's favorite topic, charging. We spoke about the XS and Max having some serious amps up in the battery department, but the case in point of keeping your phone topped up has hit some pretty important updates. Reportedly, following on from the battery promises, Apple's more efficient iOS release will be so efficiently streamlined that even older iPhones will run faster and require less charging than they did before. What a great thing. So does that mean that we'll get more than just a day's worth of battery from the new XS lines? Are Apple actually listening to their customers? Admittedly, there wasn't a whole lot of talk from them regarding the whole charging thing, and there was zero talk about the AirPower update. So again, I guess we'll have to cross our fingers and find out.
So the big question is, when is the iPhone XS, XS Max, and XSR coming out? Well, at number 4, let's take a look at this. The pre-orders for the iPhone XS and the XS Max will start on September 14th, which is tomorrow for those of you guys watching this video right away. Today is September 13th. The delivery will start on the 21st. The iPhone XR, which is Apple's cheaper iPhone X, will be coming out a month later. The pre-orders for that will be on October 19th, and the full sale will be on October 26th. So make sure you mark all of those in your calendars. And of course, start saving up. Well, you probably should have already started a long time ago saving for these phones.
Next up at number 3, the camera, which in all seriousness is a pretty mammoth step up. The phone's directional camera can take HDR photos in a breeze with sharp details on both the dark and well-lit parts of the photos. So Instagram photographers can rest easy and know that they're easily set up to get the perfect snap. One of the biggest wows that came with the camera reveal is the ability to change both depth of field and focus in an image. Wait for it, even after you've taken the shot. What the hell? That's some hocus pocus magic, right? You simply shoot the photo and then open it in edit mode and you're good to go, adjusting the slider for blurred focus or sharp focus respectively. That's a pretty cool feature, eh? According to boots on the ground at Apple's reveal, this feature worked smoothly and incredibly well with zero delay, so let's hope it's up to scratch for launch. And sliding in at number 2, everyone's favourite department, the Beats. The XS and XS Max are both set to harness some of Apple's most insane audio capabilities to date. So when you're chilling on the subway downtown with your friends, you can delight your fellow commuters to your favourite Jungle Acid playlist. Please don't do that. That was a joke. But still, with this phone, you could do exactly that. Both the XS and XS Max are utilizing a wider stereo sound from its speakers, so you can shower in your favorite sounds. However, on the flip side, Apple are still sticking with this whole no headphone jack thing, so you'll have to stay stum with your Apple approved listening device. Not for me. I'm an Android guy.
Okay, so he's an Android guy for now, but let's see if we can convert him. But I don't think we can convert him with the price. Okay, finally number 1. I think the biggest thing to ever come to the iPhone is the ability to have dual SIM support which I think Androids already have. I think they already know what this is. I have no idea, so I did my research. So with the iPhone having dual SIMs, there's gonna be an eSIM and a SIM tray in your iPhone. An eSIM is the move Apple is making to have just electronic SIM cards, instead of having a physical SIM card inserted into your phone. This will allow you to switch providers with a simple phone call instead of going through the hassle of going into a phone company and doing it there. The iPads already have this feature. With iPads, you can switch carriers very easily. With the dual capability, you can now have 2 phone numbers, use 2 different phone plans on just one device. So if you are a traveler or a drug dealer, if you are a traveler, this will be good for you. Much of the iPhone technology industry is lining up behind the technology for eSIMs, and now with Apple on board, other companies and carriers might jump on the opportunity to get rid of the physical SIMs. Alright, so the big question is, are you a converter? Are you getting the new iPhone?
I think you nailed it with the price point. It's a pretty expensive phone, right?
Yeah, I can't afford that one.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my old
Well,
one.
I am going for the new one. I've saved up for a couple years for it. I skipped the last one.
Yeah, I think the last iPhone I had was the 4.
The 4.
I'm sure it was
You'll
the 4.
keep that. That's classic. You
Yeah?
can sell that for so much.
There we go.
Well, there you guys have it. Thank you to Jack for helping out.
A pleasure.
And this is the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next Most Amazing Top 10 video.
Take it easy.